So we're live in the Whiskey and Whiskers garage. Today we're doing our first video, and we're going to teach you guys how to play competitive quarters. This is a game that we've perfected over the years, and we want to proliferate it to the world.
And this is strictly just for one versus one. This is a competitive, like bracket style type of game. If you have a group, this is how you find out who is the best quarters player in your friend circle.
So we're going to start with a board. It's really important that quarters bounce on the board. For instance, this table, the Whiskey and Whiskers table, it's not the best bouncing
So if you
surface.
watch, that does bounce. This does not bounce.
So we got this little board. I think usually it's a piece of something like this is a piece of flooring. Let me put my name right here. Blake. All right. So the way we keep score in this version of quarters is all about the shot glass. So that's why we have three shot glasses that are all the same. Honestly, it doesn't matter if these two are different. This one, just based on your skill level, you can play with like a whiskey glass if that's easier to make. You can play in a shot glass. You can use double shots for the keeping score, just as long as mine and his are the same. We're gonna also have 5 quarters. Everyone that's played like group quarters kind of has the idea of like if you make 5 in a row, then you make a rule. So obviously rules in this competitive setting aren't really going to work. So if you make 5 in a row, it's basically like a win. Because at that point you could be like, oh, you have to drink your whole beer every time I fart or something. So a rule means you win, and we'll get more into that in a little bit. You have to have a beer that is not for drinking, like casually.
Not a side beer.
So this is our score-keeping beer, and we both have one. We both crack them. Scorekeeping all happens. I'm actually gonna lose this. Scorekeeping all happens right here.
So you're gonna pour yourself a shot of beer, and whenever you're made to drink, you're gonna drink your shot of beer. Whenever you run out of this beer, you lose.
Yeah, so you have to pour a full shot. You don't want to spill it because that's your
lifeblood.
Yeah. What else? I guess we can flip a coin to see who goes first.
Heads.
It's tails.
Okay.
So this sounds a little complicated. Once we get rolling, you guys are going to realize how simple this game really is. One trick, after years of playing quarters, that I've realized is you're going to want the old quarter first. These are always the best quarters. Am I right? Back me up on this, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
100%.
For some reason, the new quarters with the states on them, they weren't, but the old ones bounce better or more level or
A
something.
less consistent balance with the newer quarters.
All right, so that was his first shot. What he's gonna do now is he can either hand the cup to me, and with no repercussions at all, or he can shoot again. If he makes it, it's just like he made the first one. If he misses it, he has to take his shot. So it's kind of like challenging yourself. I missed this one, but I'm doubling down and saying I'm gonna make the next one, or I'll drink myself.
It's a drink or challenge situation.
And it's kind of like it's like a volley. Like you make points when it's your turn, so to speak. It'll make more sense. So I'm actually gonna pass, which is not usual for me, but just to kind of show.
Okay.
So I just passed. I missed. I pass it. I don't have to drink anything because it was my turn.
So that'll be my shot. I'm gonna challenge. So I missed my first one. If I miss this one, I'll drink. If I make it, then it's just like I made the first one. All right. So I'll drink mine.
All right. So now we're gonna leave this quarter in there. That's our score. It's my volley. That's my quarter. It stays in there. I'm gonna pass it to him, and I'm gonna pass him the quarters. He has an option now. He can drink his one shot, and I get to keep shooting, or he can challenge. And if he makes it, That'll clear the board. It'll be his turn. If he misses, he drinks 2 and gives me the quarters back.
Yep. So, I'm gonna go ahead and challenge. Rule number 1 should always be observed. Alright, 2 for me.
So now, leaving my quarter in there, picking up the next quarter. I'm trying to stack 5 in there. So, I just lost my turn. I have to drink because I challenged.
And he emptied the quarter, so close this up.
Challenging.
Drinking.
Not playing well today. Alright, so time out. Just we're getting a little bit faster paced, so I just want to break it down real quick. So he ended his turn because he challenged, he drank 1. He passed it to me. I missed my first one, tried a second time, missed, so I drank 1. Now we're passing it back to him.
And you can move the glass in between every shot.
Yeah, wherever you want it.
Let's drink.
It's gonna be one of those type of games.
Fuck, no kidding. Alright, challenge. Can't make a damn shot.
Drink. There's one.
There is one. Well, since neither of us are making anything. Fuck it, let's do it. Rule number 1. Alright, drink 2.
Hope it hurts.
No, that's fine. Alright. Challenge it. I have
Some. As long as you got some in the glass, then you're still alive. Boom.
we will be challenging that.
So?
Alright, so that was my last shot of beer that I had.
Oh, and something else to note. You don't know how much beer is in the other person's can.
Right.
Unless you play with bottles.
Yeah, I like to play with cans because I think that adds to the game, not knowing exactly how many points or
How many
misses
left
the
you
person
get, yeah.
has. Generally speaking, I'm gonna take my last shot and not make him drink it, but then I'm gonna give him my beer.
Yep.
He's got to pound it.
And that's how you play competitive quarters, for sure.
And now, you can build a bracket, play 1-on-1. Now I could go through the garage and beat everybody else, and be declared ultimate champion of the universe.
We'll see.
Easy, Blake.
So, yeah, that's 1-on-1 competitive quarters, Whiskey and Whiskers style.